Here is the clock, the Trumpton clock, telling the time steadily, sensibly, never too quickly, never too slowly, telling the time for Trumpton. Mr. Munnings, the printer, is making sure his watch is right. Here's Chippy Minton and his son, Nibs. Morning, Chippy. Hello, Nibs. Just off to work? Yes, says the carpenter. Going to make a notice board for Mr. Clamp. Very useful. I'm going to print some posters for the Fire Brigade band concerts. Good, says Nibs. We like the band concerts. Come on, Nibs. We'd better get started. Yes, Mr. Munnings' watch is quite right. Now he's making sure that his printing press is quite right. All the metal letters are set in position. Printers call them type. Just one or two to be straightened up. I line up all the letters with spaces in between and clamp them in the printing press, a wonderful machine. Posters are in capitals, bold and fat and tall, but the printing in the Daily News is often rather small. Now the inky roller comes down the type and back and makes the letters ready to be printed clear and black. I check the pile of paper, for every single sheet will be printed by the inky type with letters clear and neat. When they have a flag day, I print the little flags, notices and labels, and even paper bags. I make the letters stand up straight and keep the paper clean. Then the job will be as good as anyone has seen. Now, what have we got? Trumpton Park Fire Brigade band concerts every Thursday, 2:30 p.m. Lovely job, that. Nice and black, no smudges. Now to ring the fire station. Trumpton Fire Station. Hello, Captain Flack. Good morning, sir. Munnings here, the printer. I've just finished your posters for the band concerts. Would you care to collect them? Yes, yes, by all means. We'll pick them up right away, right away. The men will be delighted. Pew, pew, Barney McGrew, Cuthbert, Dibble, Grubb. That was quick work, sir, says Mr. Munnings. I was talking to you on the phone only a minute ago. Not bad, says Captain Flack. 4.5 minutes, all good practice, keeps the men on their toes, you know. These the posters? That's right, sir, says Mr. Munnings. And a lovely job they are, too, though I say it myself. I suppose you'll be getting Nick Fisher to put them up for you. He's a very good bill sticker, says Mr. Munnings. No, we'll do it ourselves. Simple job, putting up posters. Anyone could do it. Good for the men in any case. Use their initiative and all that. But Mr. Munnings isn't so sure. Firemen are firemen, he says to himself, and bill posters are bill posters. I think he'd do better with Nick Fisher myself. Now, men, I want you two to put a poster on every pillar box in the town. Fireman Grubb, sir, start pasting, if you please. But the policeman has other ideas about that. I'm afraid you can't do that, sir, says the policeman. What? Why not? Asks Captain Flack. This pillar box belongs to the post office. Nobody else is allowed to stick anything on it. I'm very sorry, but it's against the law. Oh, says Captain Flack. Pity. Still, the law's the law, I suppose. Yes, sir, it certainly is, says the policeman. Good day, sir. Chippy Minton and his son Nibs have just finished the notice board for Mr. Clamp, the greengrocer. Ah, says Captain Flack, just the job. Firemen Pugh and Pugh. Sir. A poster on this board, if you please. Oh, I'm very sorry, Captain Flack, says Mr. Clamp, but that's my notice board. It's to let people know what's cheap today. Lemons 5 a shilling, fresh spring greens, that sort of thing. Oh, says Captain Flack, that sort of thing, I see. Pity. I expect Chippy Minton would make you a board of your own very cheaply, suggests Mr. Clamp. No time for that, says Captain Flack. These posters have got to go up at once. Never mind, we'll find somewhere. Come along, men. Now then, here's a proper poster hoarding. There can't be anything wrong with this. A poster in that blank space, if you please. Man the engine. Drive to the wall. Elevate. Stop! Oh dear, it's Nick Fisher, the bill poster. Hey, he says, I'm afraid you can't do that, sir. What? Why not, eh? Because, explains Nick, the people who own that hoarding have to be paid when you stick a poster on it. You pay them, they pay me, and I stick the poster on. Absurd, says Captain Flack, quite absurd. Still, the law's the law. There's only one thing to do. Go home. Now, men, says Captain Flack, this fire station belongs to us, right? Right. In that case, declares the captain, we can certainly stick one of our posters on our fire station, right? Right. Good. Follow me. I want that wall covered with posters. Get pasting. It's all very well for you to laugh, says Fireman Grubb. You'd look just as funny trying to put out a fire. I expect I would, says Nick, but then I'm just a bill poster, not a fireman. Mr. Fisher, says Captain Flack wearily, would you care to show us how it's done? By all means, says Nick. Pasting up the posters, sticking up the bills, putting up advertisements for sausages and pills, flower shows and concerts, you can take your pick, all neatly stuck by Bill Sticker Nick. As I thought, says Captain Flack. Perfectly simple once you know how. Still, perhaps it is best done by an expert. Would you help us out with the rest of the posters, Mr. Fisher? It's a rush job, I'm afraid. Never mind that, Captain, says Nick. I'll have them all over the town in half an hour. My goodness, it's nearly time for the band concert. Fetch your instruments, men. We'll clear this lot up later. Here is the clock, the Trumpton clock, telling the time steadily, sensibly, never too quickly, never too slowly, telling the time for Trumpton. Cobbett is arranging her flower basket. She's always here, rain or shine. Morning, Mrs. Cobbett, says Mr. Troop. He is the town clerk. The mayor would like his usual, Mrs. Cobbett, if you please. Of course, Mr. Troop. 1 red carnation for the mayor's buttonhole. There we are. Thank you, Mrs. Cobbett, says Mr. Troop. Who's this coming? Why, it's Miss Lovelace from the hat shop, taking her dogs for a walk. Why, good morning, Mr. Troop, and dear Mrs. Cobbett. Good morning. How lovely to see you, she says. Isn't it a windy day? I'm taking my darlings for a good brisk walk in the park. They get so excited when it's windy. Mitzi, Daphne, Lulu, come along. And off she goes, holding her hat on because of the wind. There's the mayor on his balcony. He seems to be getting impatient. Are you coming, Troop? He calls. There's work to be done, you know, and where's my buttonhole? Coming at once, your worship, says Mr. Troop. Coming at once. And into the town hall he goes. Here we are, your worship, says Mr. Troop. A red carnation for your buttonhole. Splendid, says the mayor. Now, what have we this morning? A lot of papers, I'm afraid, your worship. One about dustbins, one about flower beds. It's a busy life being a mayor. Fire brigade, library, road repairs, postage stamps, rubbish bins, swimming baths, broken window panes, park gates, waterworks, painting all the street lamps, dust cart, youth club, church bazaar, drains. There, says the mayor. Is that all, Mr. Troop? Yes, your worship. In that case, I shall go and inspect the park. On a windy day like this, there may be leaves and toffee papers all over the place. Mr. Troop, kindly order the car. The mayor adjusts his hat carefully. He's very fond of the mayoral hat, because it makes him look extremely distinguished. There, that's better. Here is the mayoral car, driven by Mr. Philby, the mayoral driver. To the park, Philby, please. The car arrives at Trumpton Park. Thank you, Philby, says the mayor. I shan't be long. Just wait here, will you? And off he goes to inspect the park. No weeds. No toffee papers. No dead flowers. Very nice indeed. Here's Mr. Craddock, the park keeper. Ah, Mr. Craddock, good morning, says the mayor. The park is looking splendid. Good work. Very kind of you to say so, sir, says Mr. Craddock. But that's the bit I've just done you're looking at, sir. It wasn't like that half an hour ago. It looked like this bit over here, sir, if you'd care to see. You see, sir? Terrible, isn't it? Silver paper, toffee paper, dirty bit of cardboard, chair ticket, bus ticket, button from address, chocolate wrapper, envelope, another bit of cardboard. Can't they use the litter bins and not make such a mess? Leave litter in the litter bins and never leave a mess. Now you're here, sir, there's just one thing I'd like to mention, says Craddock. Always glad to help in any way I can, says the mayor. What's the trouble? Well, sir, if you just step across this way, I'll show you. It's this bench. How it came to be broken, I just wouldn't know, but broken it is, as you see, sir. A danger to the public, Mr. Craddock. That's just what I thought you'd say, sir. So I took the liberty, sir, of sending for Chippy Minton straight away. Quite right, Mr. Craddock, says the Mayor. Very sensible. And here comes Chippy Minton and his son Nibs. Hello, Mr. Craddock. Oh, good morning, your worship. Good morning, Mr. Minton, says the Mayor. But before Chippy and Nibs can start work on the bench, Miss Lovelace arrives, complete with her three peaks, Mitzi, Daphne, and Lulu. Oh, good morning, your worship, she says. How lovely to see you. And Mr. Minton, too, and little Nibs. I'm not little, says Nibs. Now, darlings, do behave. They get so excited when it's windy, she explains. I think it blows their fur up the wrong way. But Chippy Minton is not very interested in excitable peaks. Well, this won't get the bench mended, he says. Come on, Nibs. Now then, first thing is to cut a new length of timber. Just hold that end while I mark it. That's it. Now to cut it off. Miss Lovelace's peaks don't like the noise of sawing at all. They're behaving in the most peculiar way. The Mayor's best hat, blown into a tree. My hat, cries the Mayor. My knee, cries Nibs. Oh, your worship, I am so sorry, says poor Miss Lovelace. What a dreadful thing to happen. Oh, you naughty, naughty dogs. I haven't got a ladder that long, says Mr. Craddock. Whatever shall we do? We must get the Mayor's hat down. Good gracious, yes, says the Mayor. It's the Fire Brigade band concert this afternoon. I can't appear without my hat. Fire Brigade, says Nibs. That's it. They'll get it down. Brilliant, my dear boy, brilliant. Mr. Craddock, would you please phone the brigade immediately? Trumpton Fire Station? What? The Mayor's hat? Up a tree? Yes, yes, by all means. We'll come right away, right away. Pew, pew, Barney McGrew, Cuthbert, Dibble, Grub. Right, men. Action stations. No, no, no. Not the hose. We don't want to wash the Mayor's hat. Cuthbert, to the box. Drive to that tree. Elevate. The Mayor's hat is safe again. Thank you, Captain Flack, says the Mayor. Most commendable. But the poor hat is not quite what it was. Whatever shall I do, says the Mayor. I can't go to the band concert looking like this. But this is where Miss Lovelace can be really useful. Oh, please, your worship, she says, if you will allow me, I can mend your hat beautifully by this afternoon. The Mayor is delighted. Most kind, he says, most kind. May I offer you a lift back to the square in the mayoral car? That is most kind of you, your worship, but I'm afraid Mitzi, Daphne, and Lulu must have their walkies. I will drop this into the town hall in good time. Come along, my darlings. Well, I must be off. We mustn't have too many people seeing me without my hat. Not dignified. Right, men. You're going walkies in a great big fire engine. Mount. Drive on. Give their and off go the firemen to give their instruments a last polish before the band concert. Well, says Chippy, who'd have thought a simple thing like mending a park bench could cause so much trouble? Can we go to the band concert, Dad? Asks Nibs. I don't see why not, says Chippy, as long as we get this seat finished. You coming, Mr. Craddock? Oh, I'll be there, says Mr. Craddock. The band concert's in my park, don't forget. Wherever there's a crowd, there's litter. I shall have to be there to pick it up. Oh, yes, I shall be at the band concert, all right. Here is the clock, the Trumpton clock, telling the time steadily, sensibly, never too quickly, never too slowly, telling the time for Trumpton. Cobbett is in her usual place with her basket of flowers. Here's the mayor to buy his buttonhole. Miss Lovelace wants some flowers for her hat shop. Everyone knows Mrs. Cobbett. The Market Square just wouldn't be the same place without her.
Roses, roses, buy my red roses, scented so sweetly and fresh as the dew. Roses, roses, all you fine gentlemen, buy a sweet scented rosebud a buttonhole for you. Violets, violets, sweet-smelling violets, purple and tiny and fresh as the dew. Violets, violets, all you fine ladies, a bunch of sweet violets, a nosegay for you.
But one morning, Mrs. Cobbett didn't come. There was no buttonhole for the mare. There were no flowers for Miss Lovelace. Hello, says Chippy Minton. Where's Mrs. Cobbett then? Nobody knew. Morning, Chippy, says Mr. Munnings. Come to mend my broken chair? That's right, says Chippy. If Mr. Munnings wouldn't mind waiting for his chair, I could pop along and see what's happened to Mrs. Cobbett. She lives next door to me. Mr. Munnings doesn't mind at all, and the mayor thinks it's a splendid idea. So off go Chippy and Nibs in the little van. Oh, Chippy, says Mrs. Minton, I've been that worried about Mrs. Cobbett. There's this great branch fallen off the tree clean through her roof. I wonder you didn't notice it when you went out this morning. I always said about that old tree. Yes, yes, dear, never mind that now. Wonder if I ought to break the door down or something. She might be hurt in there. Here she is, here she is, cries Nibs. And out comes Mrs. Cobbett herself, unhurt, but very dusty. Are you all right? They ask. Perfectly all right, thank you, my dears, she says. Just a mite dusty, that's all. It's my poor flowers I'm worried about. I just put the basket ready when crash, bang, down comes the ceiling. Great lumps of plaster and stuff all over the place and the flowers all crushed to bits. I've been all this time cleaning up and sorting out what's left. Poor Mrs. Cobbett, says Mrs. Minton. Let me help you clear up. That's very kind, but I must get to the market square. I've never missed a day there for 40 years, only Sundays. Hop into my van then, Mrs. Cobbett, says Chippy. I'll have you there in no time. But what's this? A shiny ice cream van has taken Mrs. Cobbett's place by the statue in the market square.
Ting-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling, here's the ice cream van. If you want to buy a lolly, come as quickly as you can. If you'd rather have an ice, you will find they're very nice. Just hurry up and buy one from the ice cream man. Would you rather have a chalk ice or a cornet or a brick? Or if you buy a lolly, please don't throw away the stick. Find the nearest litter bin, put the stick and paper in, and buy another lolly from the ice cream man.
This is too much, says Mrs. Cobbett, and bursts into tears. There, there, says Chippy, don't take on so. But Mrs. Cobbett is taking on. Everyone comes out to see what's the matter. Even the mayor comes out, although he is thinking mostly of his buttonhole. "Ah, Mrs. Cobbett, there you are," he says. "I'll have a red carnation, please." "I haven't got a red carnation," sobs Mrs. Cobbett, "and I haven't got a place to sell what few flowers I have got." Chippy Minton explains to the mayor about Mrs. Cobbett and the damaged flowers, but nobody can explain about the ice cream van. "I'm terribly sorry," says the ice cream man. "It just looked like a good spot to sell ice cream. Tell you what, Mrs. Cobbett," he says, "if you will step into my van and sell my ice creams for me this morning, I will go and plaster your ceiling for you. Now, how's that?" "That's ever so kind," says Mrs. Cobbett. "And I'll mend the rafters," offers Chippy Minton, "if Mr. Munnings will wait a bit longer for his chair." "By all means," says Mr. Munnings. "But I thought you said there was a branch sticking through the roof. Won't it have to be moved before you can do the ceiling?" Nobody had thought of that. "Leave it to me," says the mayor. "I shall summon the fire brigade. Mr. Troop, kindly go and ring up Captain Flack. Ask him to remove the obstacle at once." "Yes, your worship," says Mr. Troop. "And now, Mrs. Cobbett, I see you have 1 or 2 roses left in your basket. A red rose will do nicely instead of a carnation." "Thank you. Now I can open the sale of work." Trumpton Fire Station. What? Mrs. Cobbett's cottage? Branch through roof? Yes, yes, by all means. We'll come right away, right away. Pew, pew, Barney McGrew, Cuthbert, Dibble, Grub. Right, men. Action stations. No, 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 not the hose. We don't want to wash the branch off the roof. Cuthbert, to the box. Drive to the cottage. Elevate. Make fast. Elevate. Lower away. Well done, men. Done it already, says Chippy. My word, you have been quick. What are you going to do with this branch? Oh, says Captain Flack, we hadn't thought of that. I know. Drop it in at the park. They're bound to know how to deal with big branches, says the ice cream man. Excellent, says Captain Flack. That's just what we'll do. Come along, men. And away they go, leaving Chippy and the ice cream man to mend the roof. Back in the market square, Mrs. Cobbett has been so good at selling ice cream that it is nearly all gone. There we are, madam, says Captain Flack. Job done, branch gone. Trumpton Fire Brigade at your service. There now, isn't that grand, says Mrs. Cobbett. And from behind the counter of the ice cream van, she produces a buttonhole for the captain. Captain Flack is delighted. Many thanks, dear lady, he says, many thanks. A charming gesture. I hope we shall have the pleasure of seeing you at the band concert this afternoon. I expect you will, says Mrs. Cobbett. The ice cream's nearly all gone, so I'll have no work to do this afternoon. Splendid, splendid, says Captain Flack. Goodbye, dear lady. I've come to ask you, dear Mrs. Cobbett, if you have any flowers left. Yes, Miss Lovelace, I have just 2 roses, but I'm afraid I can't let you have them. These are for 2 very kind gentlemen. One is for Chippy Minton, and the other is for Mr. Antonio, the ice cream man. They're mending my roof for me, you see. And even Miss Lovelace had to agree that it was a very nice idea. Here is the clock, the Trumpton clock, telling the time steadily, sensibly, never too quickly, never too slowly, telling the time for Trumpton. Here is Miss Lovelace. She makes hats and sells them in her shop. She's making sure that the hats in the window are nicely arranged. Yes, very attractive. Good morning, Mr. Platt, she calls. Nice day. Morning, Miss Lovelace. Yes, indeed. Now to smarten things up inside. Now, my darlings, you must be very good while I arrange the hats. I'll take you for walkies in the park later. A hat for a young girl so sweet and so slim, has long velvet ribbons and a wide shady brim, with bright yellow daisies so fresh and so fair, to echo the colour of her long golden hair. A hat for a lady so fine and so grand must always be fashioned with a pure silken band,
and one single hat pin of a silver so rare, to set as a contrast to her glossy black hair.
Oh, Lulu, says Miss Lovelace, don't you like my new hat? Well, you'll just have to put up with it. It's a very pretty hat, and I'm going to wear it. Now, come along, and we'll buy some flowers to brighten up the shop. Oh, this door has stuck again. There. That's it. Come along, my darlings. Morning, Miss Lovelace. What would you like today? Now, let me see. Some of the yellow irises, please, Mrs. Cobbett. Aren't they lovely? There we are, my dear. A dozen yellow irises. Oh, dear, now I can't shut the door. Whatever has happened to it? No, no, darlings, you can't help. It's no use. I shall have to get the carpenter. Minton, the carpenter? Oh, hello, Mr. Minton. Miss Lovelace here. It's my shop door. I can't shut it. Please, could you come over and mend it? Well, Miss Lovelace, I've got a job here that must be finished, but I'll be over as soon as I've done it. Be half an hour or so. All right? Yes. Goodbye.
I like my job as a carpenter, there's nothing I'd rather be. I've had my tools for many long years, they're all good friends to me. A mallet and drill are in my bag, a file and gimlet too. Sandpaper sheets, a brace and bit, a bradawl and some glue. I like my job as a carpenter, there's nothing I'd rather be. I've had my tools for many long years, they're all good friends to me. I've chisels and saws all keen and sharp, a jack and a smoothing plane. I know that oak will plane up true while mahogany changes grain. I like my job as a carpenter, there's nothing I'd rather be. I've had my tools for many long years, they're all good friends to me.
Right, Nibs. The glue's not ready yet, so put the tools in the bag and we'll go and see Miss Lovelace's door. Morning, Miss Lovelace, says Chippy. Now, what about this door? Mitzi, do be quiet. Daphne, Lulu, that's enough. So sorry, Mr. Minton. Yes, this is the door, absolutely stuck. I opened it this morning and it simply won't shut again. Ah, yes, says Chippy. I see where the trouble is. Hinge pulled right out of the door jamb. Looks like a bit of rot in there. We'll have to let in a new piece of wood, Nibs. Is it difficult, Mr. Minton? No, no, have it done in no time. Pass me a hammer and chisel, Nibs. Mitzi, Daphne, Lulu, you naughty dogs. They do so hate carpentry. Be quiet, all of you. Come back, at once. Look out! Mr. Clamp, the greengrocer, was just coming back from market. He swerved to avoid Miss Lovelace's dogs, bumped over the curb, and hit the statue of Queen Victoria. "Oh, my goodness," says Mrs. Cobbett. "I thought it was coming right on top of me." "What about my lorry?" says poor Mr. Clamp. "It had a nasty bump." "Most unfortunate," says the mayor. "Miss Lovelace?" "Yes, your worship?" "I'm sure your peaks are charming animals, but dogs running loose in the street are extremely dangerous. You should keep them on a lead. 3 leads. "Oh, yes, your worship, I will. I'm terribly sorry, but my door was stuck open, you see, and they got out." What is the matter with Nibs? He seems to be trying to say something. Chippy tells him to be quiet while he talks to Mr. Clamp. "Will you be able to get your lorry over to your shop, Mr. Clamp, so that the vegetables can be unloaded?" "Too risky," says Mr. Clamp. "No, they'd better be unloaded here and carried to the shop. I'll call a breakdown truck." "Allow me, Mr. Clamp. Troop, kindly ring up the garage on the Camberwick Road and ask Mr. Crockett if he would come to our assistance." "That," says the mayor, "seems to be that. And now, Mrs. Cobbett, I will have my red carnation. All this bother has put it right out of my head this morning." "Of course, your worship." "Oh, whatever's this?" says Mrs. Cobbett. "In my flower basket. It's ever so heavy." "Let me help you," says Chippy. "It's the crown from the statue. I saw it come off. I was trying to tell you. Look, Mr. Clamp's lorry must have knocked it off." "It doesn't appear to be damaged, your worship. I noticed that there's a hole here for fixing it to the statue's head with a screw." "Ah, I see," says the mayor. "The question is, how do we get it up there?" "May I suggest the fire brigade, your worship?" "Excellent idea. Mr. Troop?" "Yes, your worship?" "Summon the fire brigade. Tell them they're going to crown the Queen." "What? Oh, yes, I see, your worship. Right away." Trumpton Fire Station. Captain Flack here. What did you say? Oh, the statue. Yes, by all means. We'll come right away. Pew, pew, Barney McGrew, Cuthbert, Dibble, Grub. Right, men. Action stations. No, not the hose. The statue isn't on fire. Cuthbert, to the box. Drive to the statue. Elevate. Secure Her Majesty's crown. Descend. Well done, men. Splendid, Captain Flack, splendid, says the Mayor. I can't think what Trumpton would do without its fire brigade. Thank you, Your Worship, says Captain Flack, and now we must be off. It's the band concert this afternoon and we haven't polished the instruments yet. Most important, says the Mayor. I shall be there, of course. And me, says Chippy. Good, says Captain Flack. Delighted to see you all. Here is the clock, the Trumpton clock, telling the time steadily, sensibly, never too quickly, never too slowly, telling the time for Trumpton. Morning, Mr. Munnings, says Mr. Platt, the clockmaker. How's the printing business? Not so bad, not so bad, says Mr. Munnings. And how are all the clocks, Mr. Platt? Oh, they have their ups and downs, like the rest of us, says Mr. Platt. But I must be off, it's my busy day. Oh, yes, of course, it's your morning for winding the town hall clock, isn't it? Most important. We all depend on the Trumpton clock. And Mr. Platt hurries across the market square to his shop. Hello, you've stopped. And you're 10 minutes fast. Really, the minute my back's turned, you start playing tricks. You're just like naughty children.
Clocks are like people, clocks are like you and me, each has its own personality. Big clocks, small clocks, grandfather tall clocks, cuckoo clocks, hall clocks, mantelpiece and wall clocks, clocks for the schoolroom, the kitchen and the nursery, alarm clocks to waken us, urging punctuality. All of them chiming or whirring or clicking, cuckooing or ringing or tick-tock ticking. Clocks are like people, clocks are like you and me, each has its own personality.
Now off to the town hall. Oh, my goodness, you'll just have to wait. Mr. Platt is winding the Trumpton clock. He does it every week and makes sure the clock is going properly and telling the right time. Yes, it's a good old clock. Bit shabby, but never wrong. Good morning, your worship. Good morning, Mr. Platt, says the mayor. Clock going well, I trust? Beautifully, as always, your worship. Good, says the mayor. And now, Mr. Platt, I have a surprise for you. Our old clock is going to have a nice new face. The painter is coming this morning. Mr. Platt is delighted. Here's Mr. Troop, the town clerk. The painter has arrived, your worship. Would you like to see him? By all means, Mr. Troop, says the mayor. Lead the way. Good morning, your worship, says the painter. My name is Walter Harkin, painter and decorator. Come to brighten up your clock. Excellent, says the mayor. Unfortunately, I'm extremely busy this morning, but Mr. Troop will show you where everything is. Now, where is Philby in the mayoral car? I shall be late for my bazaar if he doesn't hurry. Here he comes, says Mr. Troop.
People will ask me what colour to use. There's pink and there's purple, it's so hard to choose. Some ask for yellow and some ask for green, and some ask for grey so the dirt won't be seen. Red is exciting and orange is bright, and purple is rich as the sky at midnight. Crimson is splendid for one kitchen wall, and pink is quite pretty, perhaps in the hall. Black paint and brown paint just simply won't do for an old-fashioned house where the windows are few, for I think an old house is nicer than new. Painted white.
The next morning, Mr. Platt is in his shop as usual. Here's Mr. Troop. Oh, Mr. Platt, he says, the mayor is in such a state. I'm afraid he is very annoyed. He wants to see you at once. See me, says Mr. Platt. Whatever for? Why, didn't you know? About the clock, of course. It's stopped. the Trumpton clock has stopped. Ah, there you are, Mr. Platt, says the mayor. Now perhaps you can explain what has happened to the clock. It says 5:30. 5:30. And it's nearly 10 o'clock. I'll go straight up and have a look at it, says Mr. Platt. Seems all right. No trouble there. Wound up enough. Then why won't it go? Ah, I see. So that's the mystery. Just wait till I tell the mayor. There's nothing wrong with the clock, your worship, says Mr. Platt. Nothing wrong? Then why has it stopped? Because, says Mr. Platt, a large tin of grey paint has been left outside on the ledge. I can see it, but I can't reach it. It's stopping the figures from meeting and striking the half hour. The clock won't go if the figures are stuck. It's the painter, Walter Harkin. He'll have to come and move it. Excuse me, your worship, says Mr. Troop. May I suggest that this is a little job for our fire brigade? Splendid idea, Mr. Troop, says the mayor. Kindly ring them up at once. Trumpton Fire Station. Captain Flack here. A what? A paint pot. Sounds simple enough. Yes, right away, right away. Pew, pew, Barney McGrew, Cuthbert, Dibble, Grubb. Elevate! Remove the paint pot. Descend. Well done, Captain Flack, says the mayor. Mr. Platt, will you see that the clock tells the right time now? Yes, your worship. In 10 minutes everything will be back to normal. I trust we shall see you at the band concert this afternoon, your worship, says Captain Flack. Most certainly, says the mayor. After all this excitement, a nice concert is just what I need. Goodbye for now, Captain. Captain Flack is just about to leave when who should arrive but Walter Harkin, the painter. Excuse me, your worship, he says. I've been looking everywhere for my pot of grey paint, and I've just remembered where it is. I do believe I left it up there, by the clock. Cuthbert, calls Captain Flack. The paint pot, if you please. Oh, thank you, says Mr. Harkin. It wasn't that I really wanted the paint. I was just worried in case it stopped the clock. and Walter Harkin, the painter, just couldn't understand why everybody started laughing.
Here is the clock, the Trumpton clock, telling the time steadily, sensibly, never too quickly, never too slowly, telling the time for Trumpton.
Mr. Clamp, the greengrocer, is arranging his shop, setting out the fruit and vegetables in neat piles. Here's Miss Lovelace with her peaks, Mitzi, Daphne and Lulu. "Morning, Miss Lovelace," says Mr. Clamp. "What can I do for you? We've got a good selection this morning."
Come buy my vegetables, fruit ripe and beautiful, fine, fresh and fancy, come buy them from me. Come buy, come buy, come buy them from me. Cabbages, carrots and tender spring greens, broccoli, Brussels tops, fresh runner beans, peaches and plums and pears by the pound, parsnips and beetroot straight from the ground, apples and oranges, strawberries too, mushrooms gathered in this morning's dew, radishes, lettuces, onions, shallots, tomatoes, potatoes and lots of spinach. Come buy my vegetables, fruit ripe and beautiful, fine, fresh and fancy, come buy them from me. Come buy, come buy, come buy them from me.
Thank you, Miss Lovelace. Here are Chippy Minton and Mr. Platt, the clockmaker. "Good morning," says Mr. Clamp. "I don't often see you gentlemen shopping on a weekday. Nothing wrong, I hope?" "Oh, no," says Mr. Platt. "We just want to talk to you, Mr. Clamp. It's about the mayor's birthday. We'd like to give him a present." "And very nice, too," says Mr. Clamp. "It's to be from all of us, is it?" Oh, yes, says Chippy, but the trouble is, we can't think what to give him, and we wondered if you had any ideas. Mr. Clamp thinks hard. What about a fountain pen and propelling pencil, he says, in a nice case? He's got those, says Mr. Platt. I've seen them. He seems to have everything. Tell you what, says Mr. Clamp, let's ask Mr. Troop, the town clerk. Good idea, says Chippy. We'll have to wait until the mayor goes out. We'll watch from our shops, says Mr. Platt. You do that, says Chippy. I must get back to my workshop. I've an important job to finish, and young Nibs is waiting in the van. Hello, Dora, says Chippy. What are you standing there for? I'm posing, says Mrs. Minton. There's a gentleman over there painting a picture, and I'm in it. Good morning, says Chippy. Would you mind if we had a look? Please do, says the artist. I say, says Chippy, that's jolly good. What lovely colours. And our cottage. And the trees. Beautiful. Do you do this for a living? That's right, says the artist. I go from place to place, painting pictures, and I sell them to anybody who wants them.
I wander through the countryside with easel, brushes, paints and stool, and settle in a leafy glade by willow tree and shady pool. I draw the picture first of all with simple lines of green or blue, and then I fill the drawing in with painted shapes of every hue. And when at last my picture's done, I pack it carefully away and wander on across the fields to return another day.
I've just had a marvellous idea, says Chippy. Come on, Nibs, we must go back and see Mr. Clamp. See you later, Dora. Meanwhile, in the market square, Mr. Clamp is watching from his greengrocer's shop, and Mr. Platt is watching from his clock shop. We need your advice, Mr. Troop, says Mr. Platt. It's about the mayor's birthday. Now, what do you think he would like for a present? Funny you should ask that, says Mr. Troop, because the mayor has been telling me about something he's wanted for ages. What's that? A picture, says Mr. Troop. A painting of Trumpton Town Hall to put on the wall behind his desk. Where on earth do we get a painting of the town hall from, asks Mr. Clamp. We don't know an artist. There certainly isn't one in Trumpton. Well, that's what his worship wants anyway, says Mr. Troop. And now, if you'll excuse me, I've got a lot of work to do. Hello, Mr. Clamp. Mr. Platt, says Chippy. I've thought of something the mayor would like for his birthday. I've had a brilliant idea. I dare say you have, Chippy, says Mr. Platt, but we know what the mayor wants, and it's very hard to get. Chippy is disappointed. Oh, he says, what a pity. It was such a good idea. You see, I met an artist painting a picture of my cottage, and I thought, what? Shout Mr. Clamp and Mr. Platt. That's just what we need. The mayor wants a picture of the town hall. Come on, Dad, says Nibs. Let's go and tell the artist about it. Wait, says Mr. Clamp. Come into my shop and phone your wife. Then she can tell him about it. Hello, Mrs. Minton here. Hello, Dora, it's me, Chippy. Is that artist chap still there? Oh, I don't know. Hold on a second. Hello, Chippy. No sign of him, I'm afraid. Oh, dear. Oh, no, it's all right. Of course you didn't know. Bye, love. He's gone. Now what's to be done? But Nibs has an idea. I know, Dad, he says. The fire brigade. Don't be silly, Nibs, says Chippy. The fire brigade put out fires, not hunt for missing artists. But they could, Dad, says Nibs. If one of them was up in that box thing, he could see over the hedges in case the artist was sitting in a field. The lad's right, says Mr. Clamp. Here, let's phone up Captain Flack. Trumpton Fire Station? Yes, it is. Find the what? The artist? Whatever next? Yes, of course we will. Right away, right away. Pew, pew, Barney McGrew, Cuthbert, Dibble, Grub. Hello, Clamp here. Oh, yes, Captain Flack. Oh, I see. What a pity. Never mind, you did your best, and we're very grateful. Yes, goodbye. No luck. Oh, well, says Mr. Platt, we'll just have to think of something else, that's all. What about a tea set, suggests Mr. Clamp. But Nibs has seen something interesting outside. Here, Dad, he says, look, sitting in the square, the artist. And so it is. He is sitting calmly in the middle of the market square, and he is painting a picture of the town hall. Mr. Clamp makes his speech. Your Worship the Mayor, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the people of Trumpton, I have great pleasure in giving you this small present and wishing you a very happy birthday. Elevate. Mr. Clamp, says the Mayor, and all you good people of Trumpton, I am delighted, absolutely delighted. What a wonderful surprise, what a wonderful picture, and how very clever of you to know exactly what I wanted. Thank you all very much indeed. It only remains for me to remind you that there is a special birthday band concert this afternoon. There will be free drinks and ice creams, and I hope that every single one of you will come.
Here is the clock, the Trumpton clock, telling the time steadily, sensibly, never too quickly, never too slowly, telling the time for Trumpton. The Mayor of Trumpton is taking a deep breath of fresh air before starting his day's work. Here's Chippy Minton and his son Nibs. "Morning, Mr. Minton," calls the Mayor. "Nice day?" "Morning, your worship. Yes, it is." "How's business?" "Can't complain," replies Chippy. "We're going to do a job for Mr. Platt, the clockmaker. A grandfather clock needs its case mended." "Oh, well, better start, I suppose." "Now, Mr. Troop, what have we got today?" "More complaints about the streetlights, I'm afraid, your worship." Oh dear. I suppose I'd better have a word with the borough engineer." "I'll get him for you," says Mr. Troop. "The mayor for you, Mr. Bolt." "Mr. Bolt, we've had some complaints about the lights in George Street," says the mayor. "What's that?" Yes, lights. Lights. I can't hear you, Mr. Bolt. There's a lot of crackling." "What?" "Yes, crackling." "No, it's no good. Try again later." "I've had the same trouble," says Mr. Troop. "Every time I ring anybody up, there's this crackling noise, and I can't hear a thing." "Then it's high time something was done about it," says the mayor. "I shall call for an engineer to deal with it." "Hello, this is the Mayor of Trumpton. I wish to report a crackling noise on my telephone." The post office were very sorry to hear about the trouble with the telephones, and sent an engineer called Mr. Wantage and an engineer's mate called Fred to deal with it at once.
Ring, ring, I work for post office telephones. I'm the man you sent for if a fault appears. I check the cable, wire and cord connected to the telephones and then discuss the remedy with other engineers. Hello, we're working on the line. Ring, 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 replace your receiver please. Post office telephones will send an engineer. Your phone was disconnected by a fault we've now corrected. We are sorry to have troubled you, but now your line is clear. Hello, your line has now been cleared. Ring, 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 I test all the telephones, making certain all the lines are loud and clear. Investigating each complaint of noises loud or voices faint, the daily occupation of a PO engineer. The occupation of an engineer.
"Well, Fred, I think it's time to break for lunch. Now I'll get my sandwiches." Mr. Wantage finds that his parcel does not contain sandwiches. "Oh dear," he says. "This is Granny's birthday present, all wrapped up for the post. I must have picked up the wrong one this morning. Look after things while I'm away, and for goodness sake, don't touch any of the wires." And now Fred gets out his sandwiches. But here's Miss Lovelace. She's been for a walk with her peaks. "Mitzi, Daphne, Lulu, stop tugging, darlings. Don't get so excited. It's only someone mending the telephones. Oh, be careful." Mitzi has fallen into the manhole. "Oh, thank you," says Miss Lovelace. "So kind. I do hope she hasn't broken anything." "Not really," says Fred. "But the trouble is, some of the wires have come out." "Well, I'm sure you can put them back. You telephone people are so clever. Come along, my darlings. It's time for dinner." "It's time for my dinner too," says Fred. "I wonder where these wires go. Mr. Wantage won't like it if he comes back and finds them all loose like this." So Fred pushes the wires back into place, hoping he's got it right. But, unfortunately, he hasn't. Mr. Munnings is printing some paper bags for Mr. Clamp, the greengrocer. He is getting ready to start the press. The type is in position. Put on plenty of sticky printing ink. Now to test the roller. Just a little more, I think.
I check the pile of paper, for every single sheet will be printed by the inky type with letters clear and neat. When they have a flag day, I print the little flags, notices and labels, and even paper bags. I make the letters stand up straight and keep the paper clean. Then the job will be as good as anyone has seen.
There, and very nice too. Fresh at Clamp's, and a picture of 2 tomatoes. I must ring up Mr. Clamp and tell him that they're ready. Hello, Mr. Munnings here. Your paper bags are ready. The tomatoes have come out beautifully. Tomatoes? Paper bags? But I don't want any paper bags. "But I don't understand," says Mr. Munnings. "Your husband ordered some paper bags, Mrs. Clamp." "Mrs. Clamp? I'm not Mrs. Clamp, I'm Miss Lovelace. Yes, it must be a crossed line. Goodbye." Mrs. Minton is waiting for Chippy to come home. The dinner is ready, but Chippy is late. He is at Mr. Platt's. "I'll ring up," says Mrs. Minton. "That's what I'll do. Now, let me see. Mr. Platt's number. Ah, here we are. Hello? This is Mrs. Minton. Will you take a message, please? A message? Certainly, madam. Go ahead. Thank you. Just tell Chippy that if he doesn't come home quick, his dinner is going to be all burnt up. There, that should fetch him. Hello? Hello? She's gone. A message? From Mrs. Minton? All burnt up? Good heavens! Burnt up! The house must be on fire. That's why she rang off so quickly. Barney McGrew, Cuthbert Dibble Grubb.
Action stations.
Oh, whatever is it? Says Mrs. Minton. Where's the fire, madam? Asks the captain. No time to lose. Fire? What fire? The fire you reported, madam, on the telephone. Oh, no, I'm afraid you've got it wrong, says Mrs. Minton. There's no fire here, except the kitchen stove. And I didn't ring you up. Oh, there you are, Chippy. Thank goodness for that. I was afraid your dinner would be burned. That's what you said on the telephone, says Captain Flack. But I was talking to Chippy, says Mrs. Minton. Must be crossed lines, says Chippy. Something to do with those chaps in the market square, I expect. Now, where's my dinner? Poor Captain Flack. He never has a proper fire to put out. Fred is in dreadful trouble. Everyone is very cross about their telephones being muddled up, and Fred can't put it right. Here's the mayor. He's very cross too. Captain Flack has just told me on the phone that he's been called out on a false alarm, due to your silly mistakes, he says. We can't have that sort of thing. I'm ever so sorry, says Fred. Here's Mr. Wantage at last. What's going on? Everyone looks very cross. Fred, have you been fiddling with the wires? I told you not to touch them. Oh, it wasn't his fault, says Miss Lovelace. I'm afraid it was Mitzi. She got a little overexcited. In that case, says the mayor, I'm sure Captain Flack will not blame you, young man. Really, Miss Lovelace, you must control those dogs of yours. Don't worry, your worship, says Mr. Wantage. I'll soon sort this lot out. Excellent, says the mayor. When you have finished, perhaps you would like to come to the band concert this afternoon. Thank you, your worship. Very kind of you. Here is the clock, the Trumpton clock, telling the time steadily, sensibly, never too quickly, never too slowly, telling the time for Trumpton. is out on his balcony looking very agitated. Where is Mr. Troop? I wish he'd hurry up. He really should be in good time today, of all days. Here comes Mr. Troop. He seems to be rather excited too. A red carnation for the mayor, please, Mrs. Cobbett. There we are, Mr. Troop. Isn't it a lovely day? Yes, yes, Mrs. Cobbett, but I haven't time to stand and talk. Not this morning. Dear, dear, says Mrs. Cobbett. They do seem to be in a tizzy this morning. Whatever's going on? Now, Mr. Troop, says the mayor, is everything ready? I think so, your worship. Chippy Minton is starting on the notice boards, and I've ordered the silver cup. Ah, yes, the tidy-up Trumpton cup. Though I say it myself, Mr. Troop, that was one of my most brilliant ideas. Trumpton is becoming thoroughly untidy. What we need is a week's good tidy-up and a really splendid prize for the best effort. It's a marvellous idea, your worship. Just wait until everyone reads the posters. The posters, says the mayor. I must go and have a word with Mr. Munnings at once.
Rag on a bone!
My word, says Chippy, the rag and bone man is busy today.
Rags, bottles and bones I cry, rags and bones I buy. Listen for me as I'm passing by. Rags, bottles and bones I cry, rags, bottles and bones. Bric-a-brac, bicycles, books or brass, rags and bones I buy. Pottery, pewter or china and glass, rags, bottles and bones I cry, rags, bottles and bones. Turn out the attic and under the stairs, rags and bones I buy. Old-fashioned furniture, sofas or chairs, rags, bottles and bones I cry, rags, bottles and bones.
He'd better call on us, says Nibs. Mum's always saying she's going to have a good turnout one of these days. She never does, though, says Chippy. Just as well. A lot of the things in my workshop may look like rubbish, but they're really very important. Come on, Nibs. We'd better get started. Meanwhile, in Chippy's workshop, Mrs. Minton is going to have a good turnout. Chippy told her about the mayor's tidy-up Trumpton week at breakfast time, and she thinks it's a splendid idea. That rocking horse has been standing there for years, she says. I can't think why Chippy keeps it. The children are much too big for it, and in any case it's got a broken leg. It's high time we threw it away.
Rag on a bone!
The rag and bone man, says Mrs. Minton. Just what I need. Would you take an old rocking horse for me? It's taking up a lot of space and I'm trying to have a good tidy up. That's what everyone says, ma'am, says Raggy Dan. Never seen so much rubbish as folk are turning out. It's the mayor and his tidy week. I just don't know what to do with it all. Oh dear, says Mrs. Minton. Don't say you can't manage the rocking horse after all. Well, says Raggy Dan, I dare say I can. Shall I come in and carry it out for you? Yes, please, says Mrs. Minton. Oh dear, I think I've taken a bit too much here. I shouldn't have picked up that rocking horse, really. It's such a long way back to my yard, too. Now there's a nice, useful shed. I wonder if it's empty. A few sacks, flower pots, old boxes. Plenty of room for a bit more. Wouldn't hurt, just for an hour or two. I'll collect it later. And Raggy Dan is going to put all the rubbish off his barrow
into the shed. "Good morning, Mr. Craddock," says the Mayor. "I expect you've heard of the Tidy Up Trumpton week?" "Oh, yes, your worship. As a matter of fact, I'm just going to tidy up the tool shed. Not that it's in a terrible mess, you understand. Just my usual visit to straighten things up. As you know, I like things tidy myself." "Good gracious me," says the Mayor. "For a man who likes things tidy, this is a terrible mess, Mr. Craddock. It looks like a jumble sale. And what's that? A rocking horse?" "Seems like it, sir. But I don't know how it got there, I'm sure. Nothing to do with me." "Well, Mr. Craddock, I think you'd better have a good big bonfire, don't you? And now I must be going. I have to open the new children's ward at the Trumpton Hospital this afternoon." "I certainly will have a bonfire," says Mr. Craddock. "I've never seen such rubbish. And in my shed, too." "Splendid, Mr. Minton," says the Mayor. "That's a nice, neat job." "Thank you, your worship. You know, Mr. Minton, one finds rubbish in the most extraordinary places. I even found a rocking horse this morning, in a tool shed in Trumpton Park." "A rocking horse, your worship?" "A rocking horse. Not a very good one, of course. The front leg was broken as far as I remember." Chippy begins to feel rather worried. It couldn't be his rocking horse, could it? Because there is something very special about Chippy's horse, something nobody else knows about. "Any old rags?" calls Ragged Ann. "Any old bikes, chairs, prams, rocking horses?" "Excuse me," says Chippy, "but since you mention rocking horses, has anyone given you a rocking horse this morning?" "Yes," says Ragged Ann, "that's what made me mention it. A lady from the cottages out on the Oakwich Road gave me one. Broken front leg it had." "That's my rocking horse," says Chippy. Oh dear, this is dreadful." Come, Mr. Minton," says the Mayor. "Whatever is the matter? It wasn't a very good rocking horse." "No, sir, it wasn't," says Chippy, "but the trouble is, I kept my savings in it, hidden under the saddle." "Good heavens," says the Mayor, "I told Mr. Craddock to put it on the bonfire. Quick, we must ring up the fire brigade. We'll phone from my office." "Trumpton Fire Station. Captain Flack here." "A fire? A real fire?" "Oh, a bonfire. Still, you never know, it might get out of hand. Yes, your worship, we'll be there at once." Pew, pew, Barney McGrew, Cuthbert, Dibble, Grubb. Elevate! Lasso the horse! Remove the horse! Safe, says Chippy. Captain Flack, you were just in time. You've rescued all my savings. What, in that horse? Says Mr. Craddock. That's a silly thing to do. Why ever don't you keep your money in the bank? I will after this, says Chippy. I should hope so too, says the mayor. Here, says Raggy Dan, what's going on? You mustn't burn all that stuff. That's good quality rubbish. Then you must take it away, Mr. Dan, says the mayor, all except the rocking horse. And I want that for the children's ward of the new Trumpton Hospital. Will you mend it for me, Mr. Minton? Certainly, your worship, says Chippy. I'll make it look as good as new. Now, Mr. Dan, I have decided to present you with the Tidy-Up Trumpton Cup. Without your help, we could never have done so well. One can't tidy up a town without somebody to take away the rubbish. Will you come to the band concert this afternoon to receive it? Oh, says Dan, thank you, your worship. I'll be there. Here is the clock, the Trumpton clock, telling the time steadily, sensibly, never too quickly, never too slowly, telling the time for Trumpton. Mr. Munnings, the printer, is trying to decide if it's going to be a fine day. Yes, no clouds about. An excellent day for window cleaning. Here's Miss Lovelace from the hat shop. She's taking her Peaks for a walk in the park. Good morning, Mrs. Cobbett. Good morning, Mr. Munnings, says Miss Lovelace. Oh, you are energetic. My windows are very grubby, I'm afraid, but to tell you the truth, I simply hate going up ladders. It's no job for a lady, says Mr. Munnings. There's the man to do the job for you, Miss Lovelace, the window cleaner himself. Ah, splendid, says Miss Lovelace. I must see him at once. Come along, my darlings. Morning, ma'am. Clean your windows today? Oh, yes, please. I was just telling Mr. Munnings that they needed doing very badly. I'll have them clean in no time, says Mr. Robinson. Good. I'm just taking my little ones to the park. I'll be back in a few minutes. Come along, Mitzi. And Mr. Robinson sets to work. out or for light to come in through window panes coated in a thin layer of grime. Mullioned or lattice work, frosted or plain, your windows will let in the sunshine again if you send for the man who cleans windows in time. Send for the window cleaner, don't delay, send today. He will come with his ladder, his leather and pail, and wash all the grime away. He will put up his ladder and fill up his pail, wring out his leather and give it a shake. The panes that he cleans he will clean without fail, because of the pains he will take, because of the pains he will take. Send for the window cleaner, don't delay, send today. He will come with his ladder, his leather and pail, and wash all the grime away.
Here's Chippy Minton, the carpenter, and his son, Nibs. Shan't be a minute, Nibs. I'll just see if Mr. Platt has mended my alarm clock. Good morning, Nibs. Morning, Miss Lovelace. Won't be long now, ma'am, says Mr. Robinson. While you are up your ladder, says Miss Lovelace, would you be very kind and go a little further? I lit the parlour fire this morning, and it's smoking dreadfully. I wonder if you could have a look at the chimney. It might be a loose brick or something. Right you are, ma'am, says Mr. Robinson. I'd be glad of someone to hold the ladder, though, if I'm going that high. Can I help? Asks Nibs. I'm very strong. Good lad, says Mr. Robinson. I'll make a cup of tea, says Miss Lovelace. Come along, my darlings. Come on, Nibs, says Chippy. We've got a lot to do this morning. Oh, Dad, I can't come for a moment. I'm just... No arguments, Nibs. Are you coming, or shall I leave you behind? Tea's ready, calls Miss Lovelace. Oh, nobody here. What a pity. Ah, Mrs. Cobbett. Would you like a cup of tea, Mrs. Cobbett? It's all ready, and I'm sure Mr. Munnings would be pleased to keep an eye on your flowers. Very kind of you, Miss Lovelace. It's a mite chilly this morning. Now, Mitzi, Daphne, Lulu. Be quiet, says Miss Lovelace. You'll upset Mrs. Cobbett's tea. You must show me some of your hats, Miss Lovelace, says Mrs. Cobbett. You know I do love your little shop. It's so pretty with all the ribbons and flowers. I'm glad you like it, Mrs. Cobbett. I'm very fond of it myself, and of course I do love making hats. I made this one yesterday. I'm rather pleased with it. Suitable for formal occasions.
A hat for a lady so fine and so grand must always be fashioned with a pure silken band, and one single hat pin of a silver so rare to set as a contrast to her glossy black hair.
Oh, yes, Miss Lovelace. That's beautiful. Here's the mayor with Mr. Troop, the town clerk. Whose ladder is that, Mr. Troop? I don't know, your worship. Ladders, says the mayor, should not be left unattended. Simply asking for burglars. Mr. Troop, kindly get it moved, and put up a notice asking the owner to claim it. Now, where's Philby? Here he comes, your worship.
Up on Miss Lovelace's roof, Mr. Robinson has found a bird's nest stuck in the chimney. No wonder it was smoking. Here, where's my ladder? He can't get down without his ladder, and there's nobody in the square to ask. Ah, here's a policeman. Help! Rescue! I'm up here! Up on the roof! Look! Bless my soul, a bird's nest. Good gracious, whatever are you doing up there? I'm a window cleaner. Someone has taken my ladder away and I can't get down. Can you help? Leave it all to me, sir. Just keep calm. Hello, Constable Potter here. There's a gentleman stuck on the roof of the hat shop in Trumpton Market Square. Will you contact the fire brigade, please? Over and out. Soon have you down, sir. Trumpton Fire Station. Captain Flack here. A police call? Yes. Man on roof? Yes, of course we can. Right away. Right away. Pew, pew, Barney McGrew, Cuthbert, Dibble, Grub. Cuthbert, get out of the box. Elevate. Enter the box, please. Descend. Mr. Robinson is safe and sound. Oh, my goodness, says Miss Lovelace. What a terrible adventure. Captain Flack, you and your brave firemen must have some tea, and Mr. Robinson too. And off she goes to pour the tea. What I'd like to know is, says Mr. Robinson, who took my ladder? So would I, says Captain Flack. Mr. Troop is posting a notice outside the town hall. Whatever can it be? Captain Flack reads it out. Found. One extending ladder. Will the owner please apply to the town hall? Well, I never. Everyone laughs, and in the middle of it all, the mayor arrives. Goodness me, says the mayor, what's all the laughter about? The notice, your worship, says Mr. Troop. Everyone seems to think it very funny. Tea, says Miss Lovelace, all nice and hot. Oh, good morning, your worship. Would you like a cup? Thank you, Miss Lovelace, most kind. Captain Flack can't stay for a cup of tea. It's the band concert this afternoon, dear lady, he says, and we must go back to the fire station or we'll never be ready for it. Please excuse me. A band concert, says Mr. Robinson. That sounds nice. I think I've cleaned enough windows for today, and inspected enough chimneys too. I shall take the afternoon off and go to the band concert. So shall I, says the mayor.
And so shall I, says Miss Lovelace. Yes, darlings, you shall go too. Here is the clock, the Trumpton clock, telling the time steadily, sensibly, never too quickly, never too slowly, telling the time for Trumpton. Good morning, Mr. Platt, calls Mr. Munnings. It's a nice day. It certainly is, says Mr. Platt. Makes me wish I were on holiday. Morning, Mrs. Cobbett. Well, if it isn't Fireman Cuthbert. What are you doing here all alone? Have you lost the fire engine? It's my morning off, says Cuthbert. Even firemen don't work all the time. But why are you wearing your uniform? Because of my aunt, says Cuthbert. She's coming to Trumpton for the day, you see. I'm meeting her at 9:30 and I've got to wear my uniform because she thinks it's smart. 9:30, says Mr. Platt. You're very early, then. I want to see you about my watch, Mr. Platt. That's why I came early. I see, says Mr. Platt. Come along in and we'll have a look at it. What a lot of clocks, says Cuthbert. I've never seen so many shapes and sizes. Oh, yes. No two are alike, you know, says Mr. Platt. All different, just like people.
Clocks are like people, clocks are like you and me, each has its own personality. Big clocks, small clocks, grandfather tall clocks, cuckoo clocks, hall clocks, mantelpiece and wall clocks, clocks for the schoolroom, the kitchen and the nursery, alarm clocks to waken us, urging punctuality. All of them chiming or whirring or clicking, cuckooing or ringing or tick-tock ticking. Clocks are like people, clocks are like you and me, each has its own personality.
Now Now let's see about this watch of yours. Cuthbert's aunt has arrived earlier than expected. Mitzi, Daphne, Lulu, behave yourselves. Be quiet. I'm so sorry. Oh, please don't worry, I adore Peaks. I've got one of my own at home. Have you really? Says Miss Lovelace. Now isn't that nice? They are sweet, aren't they? Dear little dogs, says Auntie, but I mustn't keep you from your walk. Oh, we've finished our walk for this morning, haven't we, darlings? We must open the shop now. Is this lovely little hat shop yours? Says Auntie. It's perfectly charming. Oh, do come in and have a look round, says Miss Lovelace. I'm sure we have a lot in common. Oh dear, says Cuthbert. It's gone 9:30. I do hope I haven't missed Auntie. Excuse me, Mrs. Cobbett, but have you seen an elderly lady waiting about here? No, says Mrs. Cobbett. Only a friend of Miss Lovelace's. They were chattering away there by her shop, and then they went in together. Oh, that couldn't be Auntie then, says Cuthbert. She's a stranger to Trumpton, and she certainly doesn't know Miss Lovelace. I do hope she isn't lost. Excuse me, Mr. Minton, but have you seen an elderly lady this morning? Not unless you mean Mrs. Cobbett, says Chippy. Oh, no, says Cuthbert. I mean my aunt. I'm supposed to be meeting her here, and she hasn't turned up. Oh, dear, says Chippy. You haven't mistaken the place, have you? No, of course not, but I wonder if Auntie has. I said I'd take her to Trumpton Park. She likes gardens, you see, and I like ducks. That'll be what's happened, says Chippy. She's gone straight there. Oh, poor Auntie, says Cuthbert. She must have been waiting for ages. Hop in the back, says Chippy. I'll run you along there, save a bit of time. Oh, thank you, says Cuthbert. But Cuthbert's aunt is not in the park. She's still in Miss Lovelace's shop, trying on hats and talking about Peaks. Hello, duck. Do you want some bread? I've got a crust in my pocket for you.
I like the robin's merry song, the thrushes and the lark. But best of all I like the ducks who swim in Trumpton Park. For ducks will never fly away as soon as I appear. They swim up in their search for food without a sign of fear. Their heads are dark and shiny green, their feathers brown and white. Their yellow beaks are broad and flat, their eyes are round and bright. Morning, Mr. Craddock. The ducks are hungry this morning. I've never known them when they weren't hungry. I suppose you haven't seen an elderly lady about this morning? No? You're the first person I've seen. I like the robin's merry song, the thrushes and the lark. But best of all I like the ducks who swim in Trumpton Park.
Auntie has just remembered that she was supposed to meet Cuthbert nearly an hour ago. Excuse me, but have you seen a young fireman about at all? Oh, so you're Cuthbert's auntie, says Mrs. Cobbett. He's gone off to look for you in the park. Oh dear, what am I to do now? Here's the mayor. Come, come, madam, he says, whatever is the matter? Oh, everything has gone wrong, says Auntie, and I don't know how to get to Trumpton Park. No trouble about that, dear lady, says the mayor. I happen to be going that way myself, and I'd be delighted to give you a lift. Here comes the car now. Cuthbert's aunt is still not very happy. Oh dear, she says, I'll never find Cuthbert here. I wish I had never come to Trumpton. The mayor is rather annoyed. Trumpton is a fine place, madam, he says, and just to prove it, we shall find your nephew for you at once. Philby, go to the nearest telephone and call the fire brigade. Tell them to come to the park straight away. Trumpton Fire Station. Captain Flack here. What's that? Cuthbert? Ah, yes, it's his morning off. To Trumpton Park. Yes, of course. Right away, right away. Pew, pew, Barney McGrew, Dibble, Grub. There he is. I shall approach him on foot. Descend. Cuthbert. Poor Cuthbert. His morning off is not being a success. Here they are, says the mayor, and there is your nephew, madam. I told you we would find him for you. Hello, Auntie, says Cuthbert. My dear boy, you're dripping wet. Whatever have you been doing? It seems to me, says the mayor, that there is a lot of explaining to be done. I suggest that we all have lunch together at the town hall. That is, when this young man is in dry clothes. Thank you very much, your worship, says Captain Flack. And don't forget, there is our band concert this afternoon. How lovely, says Auntie. I adore brass bands, and I've never had lunch with a mayor before. Really, Trumpton is a very nice place. You know, says Cuthbert, my morning off was quite a good one after all.
Here is the clock, the Trumpton clock, telling the time steadily, sensibly, never too quickly, never too slowly, telling the time for Trumpton.
Here's Chippy Minton, the carpenter, and his son Nibs. Morning, Mrs. Cobbett, calls Chippy. Good morning, Mr. Minton. Busy as usual? That's right. Little job in the town hall this morning, Mrs. Cobbett. Spot of trouble with the floorboards, it seems. Come on, Nibs, let's unload the stuff. Excuse me, your worship, but Mr. Minton has arrived about the creeks. About the... Oh, yes, the creeks. Come along in, Mr. Minton. We urgently need your assistance. Good morning, your worship. Good morning, Mr. Minton. Good morning, Nibs. Now watch closely. Imagine that you are two important people. Two very important people. You enter the room, I come forward to greet you, and... You see? Very awkward. And there's one over there, too, just in front of my mirror. Ah, we'll soon attend to that, says Chippy. I expect some of the planks are getting a bit old. Will it be all right to start now? Yes, yes, says the mayor. I'm just off to inspect the gasworks. I won't be sorry to hear the last of that. Now, is the car ready, Mr. Troop? Yes, your worship. It's waiting outside. Well, Nibs, we'd better roll back the carpet. Come on. That's enough. Now let me see. This one wants replacing. And these want some extra nails. You do that, and I'll saw the timber.
I like my job as a carpenter, there's nothing I'd rather be. I've had my tools for many long years, they're all good friends to me. A mallet and drill are in my bag, a file and gimlet too. Sandpaper sheets, a brace and bit, a brad awl and some glue. I like my job as a carpenter, there's nothing I'd rather be. I've had my tools for many long years, they're all good friends to me. I've chisels and saws all keen and sharp, a jack and a smoothing plane. I know that oak will plane up true while mahogany changes grain. I like my job as a carpenter, there's nothing I'd rather be. I've had my tools for many long years, they're all good friends to me.
Mr. Troop tells me that you've nearly finished, says the mayor. Excellent. Everything's all right now, your worship, says Chippy. Watch. You see? Not a sound. Splendid, says the mayor. Now we shall be able to... Oh! What's the matter, your worship? Asks Mr. Troop. Something fell on my nose. A drop of water.
That's odd, your worship. I don't see how water could possibly... Ooh! Good heavens, says the mayor, there's water dripping through the ceiling. Must be the tank, says Chippy. Nibs, run down to the truck and get a ladder. Where's the loft, Mr. Troop? I'll go up and have a look. It's out here, Mr. Minton. I'll show you. Chippy is inspecting the tank in the attic. Mr. Troop watches anxiously. It's the tank all right, Mr. Troop, leaking like a sieve. I've turned the water off, but there's nothing else I can do. You'll need a plumber right away. It is the tank, your worship. Mr. Minton says we must get a plumber. Then come down, Troop, and call one immediately. Yes, your worship. Here is Mr. Wilkins, the plumber. He hurries in to see about the leaking tank. Dear, dear, dear. Shocking old tank this is. Wonder it held together this long. Never mind. Soon have it out.
Hot water heater takes too long to heat. Overflow pipe dripping into the street. A leaky old tap or broken waste trap. Just send right away for the plumber. Ball valve corroded or mud clogs the drain. Winter has brought frozen pipes once again. So turn off the tap that shuts off the main and send right away for the plumber. Water tank leaking and blocked with dead leaves that winter's cold winds have blown under the eaves. The water comes stealing down through the ceiling, so send right away for the plumber. The cause of the trouble is very soon found. The old tank is lowered with care to the ground. The new one erected and quickly connected, and weatherproof, watertight, tidy and trim, is soon with clear water filled up to the brim. An excellent job by the plumber.
There we are. Now to get this out and a new one in. Oh, now there's trouble. It won't go through that hole. Not by a long chalk it won't. I'd better go and tell his worship. I'm sorry, your worship, but I can't get that tank through the trapdoor. Much too big. I can't think how it ever got in there. Oh dear, says the mayor. The town hall is very old, you see, and it's been altered a lot from time to time. It's like Granny's wardrobe, says Nibs. Do you remember, Dad? When she moved from her cottage, they had to get it through the window. That's an idea. Is there a window in the attic? There is, says Mr. Wilkins. A sort of roof light, but it's very high. I don't know how we'd get a heavy tank up there. The fire brigade, says Nibs. Of course, says the mayor. Mr. Troop, kindly ring up Captain Flack at once. Trompton Fire Station. Captain Flack here. A what? A tank? Yes, of course we can. Tell his worship we'll come at once. Pew, pew, Barney McGrew, Cuthbert, Dibble, Grubb. Done, Captain Flack. Prompt as usual. Now this tank is to be taken in through the attic skylight, and the old tank has to be brought out. They're too big to go through the trapdoor, you see. I see perfectly, says Captain Flack. Excuse me. Action stations. No, 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 not the hose. We're not going to squirt the tank up. Pew and Pew, please go with Mr. Wilkins to the attic. Cuthbert, to the box. Dibble and Grubb, to the tank. Elevate. Descend. Well done, men. Dibble, Grubb, unload the tank. There we are, your worship. All done. Splendid, says the mayor. I am most grateful, Captain Flack. That's all right, your worship. And now, if you don't mind, we'll go and get ready for the band concert this afternoon. Of course, says the mayor. We'd better collect our tools from your office, your worship, says Chippy, and replace the carpet, too. Of course, Mr. Minton. Come along. Step over it, please, your worship. There we are, your worship, says Chippy. Good as new. Thank you, Mr. Minton. Yes, I've got a nice new floor, but the ceiling looks dreadful. That leaky tank has left a stain on it. It just wants a coat of paint on it, your worship, says Chippy. We'll do that for you. Good, says the mayor. What about this afternoon? Oh, no. It must dry thoroughly first, says Chippy. And in any case, we're going to the band concert, aren't we, Nibs? Of course, says the mayor. Whatever was I thinking of? I'm going there myself. And, provided he's finished my tank, so is Mr. Wilkins.
Here is the clock, the Trumpton clock, telling the time steadily, sensibly, never too quickly, never too slowly, telling the time for Trumpton.
morning, Mr. Platt, calls Mrs. Cobbett. Not mending your clocks this morning?
Not this morning, Mrs. Cobbett.
You look as if you're going for a picnic.
Oh, no, says Mr. Platt. This isn't a picnic basket. I've got 2 of my pigeons in here.
Pigeons, Mr. Platt?
Yes, listen. They're a special kind of pigeon, Mrs. Cobbett. They're called homing pigeons, because they fly home from wherever they happen to be.
Well, I never.
They're going for a long ride on a train, says Mr. Platt. I'm taking them to the station as soon as the bus comes. Here's Chippy Minton and his son Nibs. Hello, Mr. Platt. Going for a picnic? I've already been asked that once, says Mr. Platt. I'm taking my homing pigeons to the station. I'm going to see how long they'll take to fly home. What, says Chippy? In this wind? They'll never come home at all. They'll take shelter in the first handy place they come to. Mr. Platt is very annoyed. Chippy, he says, you can see for yourself whether my pigeons fly home or not. You come with me. And Chippy and Nibs follow Mr. Platt into his clock shop. Come along this way, says Mr. Platt. Here they are. Hello, my beauty. Now, Chippy, you can choose any pigeon you like to take home with you. Then you can release it tomorrow morning. It'll come straight back here. You'll see. Later on that day, Mrs. Minton is cooking Chippy's supper. He's due back at any moment. Why, Chippy, says Mrs. Minton, whatever have you got there? It's a pigeon, says Chippy. A pigeon for supper? No, no, Dora. It's one of Mr. Platt's homing pigeons. It's supposed to know its way home. I don't believe it myself. That's why he gave it to me, to prove it. Poor little thing, says Mrs. Minton, cooped up in that basket. Can't we let it go now? Not yet, says Chippy. Mr. Platt said, keep it until tomorrow morning. The basket's big enough and there's food inside. Perhaps it's just as well that it's not to go out tonight, says Mrs. Minton. I think we're going to have a storm before morning. Next morning, after a very stormy night, Mrs. Cobbett is getting her flower basket ready to take to the market square. Morning, Mrs. Cobbett. You've got some lovely blooms there. Ah, there's nothing to touch roses, Mr. Minton. Although I am very fond of violets. Well, I like them both, really.
Roses, roses, buy my red roses, scented so sweetly and fresh as the dew. Roses, roses, come you fine gentlemen, buy a bunch of red roses, a nosegay for you. Violets, violets, sweet-smelling violets, purple and tiny and fresh as the dew. Violets, violets, come you fine ladies, a bunch of sweet violets, a posy for you.
Oh, my goodness, look at that. Mr. Minton? What is it, Mrs. Cobbett? A big tree, Mr. Minton. Fallen right across the lane. Whatever shall we do? I say, says Chippy, that'll take some shifting. It must have blown down in the storm. But we can't get out, says Nibs. No, you certainly can't, says Mrs. Minton. You'll need the fire brigade to move a thing like that. I'll go and ring them. Well, Mrs. Cobbett, I'm afraid you're not going to sell many flowers this morning, says Chippy. Hello? Hello? You won't get through, Dora, says Chippy. I've just noticed that the tree fell across the telephone wires and brought them all down. Well, there's only one chance, says Mrs. Minton. Mr. Platt's pigeon. Oh, yes, says Nibs. But it won't fly to the fire brigade, will it, Mum? It's going to fly to Mr. Platt, and he'll ring up the fire brigade. Now, where's that pencil? I'll write a message. Oh, look, says Nibs. It's got a ring on its leg, and a little tube to put the message in. Hold him steady, says Mrs. Minton. In it goes. There. Now, off you go. There, my beauty. You had a long flight yesterday, didn't you? But you're home safely. Chippy Minton's pigeon isn't back yet, though. I hope she's all right. Ah, here she comes. With a message, too. Now, what's that about, I wonder? Oh, so they are cut off by a fallen tree, are they? Chippy will believe in homing pigeons after this. Trumpton Fire Station. Captain Flack here. Ah, yes, Mr. Platt. A message from Chippy Minton. How? By pigeon post? Whatever next? Tria Cross Road? Yes, we'll be there right away. Right away. Pew, pew, Barney McGrew, Cuthbert, Dibble, Grub. Arrivate! Secure the rope. Raise it. Drive off. Oh, thank you, Captain Flack, says Mrs. Cobbett. I thought we'd never get out of there. It's that pigeon we ought to thank, says Chippy. I never thought that it would really fly home, but I suppose it must have done. Well, I think that's really clever, says Mrs. Cobbett. I'll be seeing Mr. Platt at the band concert, I expect, and I shall tell him all about it. I'll ask him to give that pigeon some extra corn.
Here is the clock, the Trumpton clock, telling the time steadily, sensibly, never too quickly, never too slowly, telling the time for Trumpton.
Mr. Troop, the town clerk, is putting a notice board outside the town hall. Morning, Mrs. Cobbett. Thank goodness the weather's fine. Morning, Mr. Troop. Yes, it's just what we wanted. Here's Nick Fisher, the bill poster. Morning, Mr. Troop, he says. Thank you for putting out the board. I'll get to work straight away.
Pasting up the posters, sticking up the bills, putting up advertisements for sausages and pills, flower shows and concerts, you can take your pick, all neatly stuck by Bill Sticker Nick.
greengrocer. "Hello, Nick," he says. "What's this about?" "Ah, yes. Grand Flower and Vegetable Show, to be opened at 3 o'clock by His Worship the Mayor. All welcome." "Splendid. I'm just going over there now. I've got to get my display ready." "I'll be along there," says Nick. "Hope you win a prize." Here's the Mayor. "I hope Philby comes soon," he says. "I must get to the park early, there's so much to do." "Here he comes now," says Mr. Troop. "Good morning, Mr. Munnings, Mr. Platt. You're both very busy, I see." "Very busy indeed, your worship," says Mr. Munnings. "But things are going nicely. All the exhibits have arrived. So far nothing has been broken, and the weather looks fine." "Ah, yes, as Secretary of the Gardeners' Club you must be very pleased about that, Mr. Munnings." That's a very fine display of onions, Mr. Platt. I wouldn't be surprised if they took a prize." "It's nice of you to say so, your worship," says Mr. Platt. "But just come over here for a moment. Mr. Minton's got us all beaten, I'm afraid." "Ah, yes," says the Mayor. "That's a beautiful onion. And that bunch of leeks. Splendid. Congratulations, Mr. Minton." "Thank you, your worship," says Chippy. "But we'll have to see what Mr. Clamp thinks when he judges them." "Well," says Mr. Clamp, "what I will say is this. If I had a shop full of vegetables like that, I'd take a real pride in selling them."
Come buy my vegetables, fruit ripe and beautiful, fine, fresh and fancy, come buy them from me. Come buy, come buy, come buy them from me. Cabbages, carrots and tender spring greens, broccoli, Brussels tops, fresh runner beans, peaches and plums and pears by the pound, parsnips and beetroot straight from the ground, apples and oranges, strawberries too, mushrooms gathered in this morning's dew, radishes, lettuces, onions, shallots, tomatoes, potatoes and lots of spinach. Come buy my vegetables, fruit ripe and beautiful, fine, fresh and fancy, come buy them from me. Come buy, come buy, come buy them from me.
"Good," says the Mayor. "Well, I must be moving along. Has anybody seen Mr. Craddock?" "Yes, your worship," says Chippy. "He's over there, by the greenhouse." "Ah, yes. See you later." "Hello, Mr. Craddock." "Morning, your worship." "Keeping the place nice and tidy, I see." "Yes. It's a pity the people who come here don't think that way. Litter all over the place. What it's going to be like this afternoon I really can't imagine. Look at this. And this. And this.
Silver paper, toffee paper, dirty bit of cardboard, chair ticket, bus ticket, button from a dress, chocolate wrapper, envelope, another bit of cardboard. Can't they use the litter bins and not make such a mess? Leave litter in the litter bins and never leave a mess.
"Yes, Mr. Craddock, I'm afraid you have a lot to cope with. Oh, by the way, I suppose the display of hothouse plants in the greenhouse is ready. We must have a good show this year, after spending all that money on the new electric heating system." "Oh, yes," says Mr. Craddock. It'll be the best we've ever had. That coke boiler was no good, mainly because of that shaky old chimney up there. Ah, yes, says the Mayor. It's been like that for many years. It's a wonder it doesn't topple over. Has the borough engineer inspected it lately? Well, now you come to mention it, sir, I don't think he has. I think he ought to do so before this afternoon, Mr. Craddock, as the public are going to be allowed inside the greenhouse. I'll do that, your worship. I think I've seen Mr. Bolt about. He's showing his chrysanthemums. Good. I'll leave that to you, then. Goodbye, Mr. Craddock. Now, where's my car? Well, Mr. Troop, everything is going nicely. For the first time ever, we're going to have a flower show without trouble. Hello, Trumpton Town Hall. Town clerk speaking. Oh, yes, Mr. Bolt. Yes? What? Oh, no. Oh, dear. What is it, Mr. Troop? Mr. Bolt has inspected the chimney of the greenhouse, your worship. He says it's unsafe. The public mustn't be allowed anywhere near it. Good heavens, cries the Mayor. Mr. Bolt, we must get that greenhouse open to the public. We've spent a lot of money on the new heater, and we must show it off. I see. Yes, I understand. Goodbye. He says that the chimney must be pulled down, but it will take at least a day to do that, without damaging the greenhouse. What are we going to do? Well, your worship, says Mr. Troop, every time we have trouble like this, we seem to phone up one man for help. So we do, says the Mayor. Phone him up straight away. Trumpton Fire Station. Captain Flack here. A what? A dangerous chimney? Yes, of course we can, Mr. Troop. Right away, right away. Pew, pew, Barney McGrew, Cuthbert, Dibble, Grub. Captain Flack, says the Mayor, that chimney is dangerous. We want it demolished in double quick time without damaging the greenhouse. Can you do it? Certainly, your worship, says Captain Flack. It's quite simple, really. We'll put a net round the chimney first, to keep it together, then we'll pull it over, away from the greenhouse. What a clever idea, Captain Flack. Trust the fire brigade, your worship. Back up to the chimney. Elevate. Throw out a net. Tie the rope. Descend. Drive off.
and not a pane of glass is broken. Job done, chimney down, your worship. Splendid, Captain Flack. A magnificent performance. We are all most grateful. Thank you, your worship, says Captain Flack. And now, if you'll excuse us, we will go and get ready for our special flower show band concert this afternoon. Of course, of course.